Hi everyone, this is Nick from the TBT Hobby channel. I've never done an unboxing video before, ever, and this is going to be my first one. I have no idea if I'm going to do it right or not. It is a completely sealed box, so I guess I'm only going to get one go at doing this. Now, as the astute amongst you would have noticed, we've got FTX written across the front now. I've got two FTX cars on the way to me. Guessing from the size of this box, I know which one this is, but we'll find out. Now, as I've said on other videos, there are many RC video reviewing channels out there. The reason I'm doing this one is these are things I'm buying myself. I'm going to have a look to see if whether they're worth the money I've paid for them. I don't want to break them. I don't want to smash them up. I want to use them. I want to have fun with them and see where they go. So a slightly different angle maybe. Hopefully it'll be useful to some, because if like me you're coming back into RC after a long break, you may be a little bit baffled by what's available, and what you thought was awesome when we were young may have been surpassed by something else. Oh, got butterflies. Right, so without any further ado, let's get this box open and see what is in there. Now, this one has come from Briche Modelism, which is a model, an RC model company, other types of models as well, I believe, in Brittany, in France. That's where I am at the moment, in France. Now, I have ordered other stuff from Banggood and also from AliExpress. Unfortunately, I ordered this on, when was it now? Monday. It's Thursday today. Ordered it on Monday. It's just arrived here after a bit of a problem with AliExpress, as in they've delivered it to the wrong place and don't want to send me a replacement for it. I bought this one locally. I actually found it cheaper from a local-ish, same country model store as I did on AliExpress or Banggood. Although having said that, I've had lots of good experiences with Banggood. But there you go. So this is from... This is from a local model store. Now, I'm just going to turn this around and give you a little peek as to what is inside this rather large box. It's not from Temu, or at least I bloody hope not, size of it. But usually when you get a box this big, you think it's going to have a little disappointing thing in the middle of it like that, loads of packaging around it. Not in this case. We have got an FTX Supaforza GT. A 1/7 scale, brushless, electric radio control car. This is rather exciting, isn't it? So we've got written on here on the box, 4-wheel drive, safety, shaft driven, 95% ready to go, brushless motor, 2.5 gigahertz, waterproof. There we are. That's what it says there. Let's see if we can get this out of the box. Now, worth mentioning, I broke my shoulder a while ago in a bike accident. I had physio this morning, so that shoulder's hurting. Okay, well, we've just taken off the top part of the box, so the rest of it is still in there. Ow, I'm not sure if this is how unboxing videos are supposed to go. Please like, subscribe and comment down there. Let me know how I'm doing. Now, inside of here I've got a smaller box, which I'm guessing is going to have a controller. It does indeed. Now, here we go. It is a X-Trunks Pulse. I haven't got my reading glasses on. I'm 53, you know. Digital proportional RC system EX4 GT. It's a good size, but you'd expect it to be. It's one of these. Now look, showing me age here. It's one of these fancy new controllers with the turny thing there. I'm used to sticks. This is going to be new for me. That's your throttle. If you've been into RC cars over the last 10 years and know all this, bear with me. This is new to me and it'll be new to some people. I know I'm teaching you to suck eggs, but there you go. Bear with me. So we've got on here steering, direction, throttle. No, that'll be dual rates. DR, dual rates. So we've got adjustable steering and adjustable throttle. A dual rate means you can set the maximum throw of the steering. So full lock, But if you're doing speed runs, you don't want the wheels to be twitchy. So you would turn that down to minimum so the wheels move the least amount possible, so it's not going to be twitchy when it's going fast. Similarly, the throttle dual rate on there. This car, as it is in the box with the supplied equipment, can do 60 miles an hour. Now, when I was 17 and passed my test, I had more than one car, full-size car, that couldn't do 60 miles an hour. So giving it to a novice, a youngster, etc., you don't really want them herring off at 60 and crashing into stuff. So with that, that means you can turn it down and it will be a lot more controllable. So we're going to put that to one side. Is there anything else inside of this box? We have a bag full of goodies actually, and I'm liking the look of this because we have a number of connectors here. Now, I do have some lithium polymer LiPo batteries to use with this, but I wasn't sure which ones I was going to use, but it looks like it actually comes with some connectors so I can change them over to fit the ones for the car. So that will be very useful. That's a good thing to have in the box. I thought I was going to have to go online and buy some connectors. We have some stickers, FTX stickers, some more FTX stickers. Now I know from having watched other videos where people know what they're talking about that this is actually the speed pinion gear. I believe the one that's in it is a 12 tooth cog and this is a 14 tooth cog. So put this one on the motor, each revolution of the motor gives a bit further in distance on the wheels, so that one will give you a higher top speed than the other one. Putting that aside for the moment. Also in here we've got two sets of springs. Two sets of blue ones there. Soft. The blue ones are soft springs, so that's soft springs. And then we have ones with yellow ends, which say hard on them. So that's a harder spring. Oh, they are. For the front and back. Now, this would lead me to think that the ones actually fitted to the car at the moment must be mediums. Now, there you go there. Also in there, we have an instruction book. Take that on and have a crack. So I can't help looking at this. An instruction book, and inside here we have got instructions in French. I bought it in France, you'd expect that. Oh, instructions in English, that'd be easier for me. And then also exploded diagrams of all the pieces in there with part numbers, so if you need the parts, I guess that's going to make it easier for you to get to them and replace them and order the correct ones. That is a good thing, because at the price of these, what you don't want to do is break it and not be able to replace anything on it. Now, this is going to be a case of lifting this out, then I'm going to push the box forward. If I look over the camera, I'll see if I can do some cutting. In fact, no, I'm going to push it that way. Oh, with the duff shoulder, are you sure? Right, here we go. Lifting procedure initiated. Ah. Wow. I mean, look at the size of it. It's blue. In case you haven't noticed that, if you're watching this in black and white, this one is in blue. It's available also in red. And if you buy it as, there's a couple of other makes make this car or sell this car with different names. FTX is one. There's a couple of others, they do them in different colour schemes, but this was the one I wanted because I do love blue with stripes down the centre. Oh, it's my thing, you know, it's what I like. So what have we got holding him on? We have got cable ties. So I'm just going to go in from underneath and cut that one. One here. Also, are we free? We are free. let's take that car and the associated cardboard, that over there. Take another look at this. Oh, it's big. It's big. It's very nice. Let me just have a look underneath, make sure I've got all of the bits of that I need to remove. It's big and it's beautiful. My gosh, look at that. We're going to take the film off. Let's take the film off of here. That paint is absolutely stunning. Now, I've watched people who know what they're talking about take that film off, but the quality and the colour and the finish of that paint is incredible. It's a metallic finish. Obviously it's so shiny because it's sprayed onto the inside, but the actual finish of it is astounding. That is beautiful. I mean, look at that. When I get my other car, my other FTX car, you'll see that the colours and the cars I've chosen. I'm a fan of the Grand Tour, and I could only get 2 of the 3. But this one is the Ford Mustang, but obviously it's not a Ford Mustang because it's not licensed. So it's a Supaforza GT, but you can see exactly what it is. There's no, oh, you heavy bugger. Shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. Hopper. Okay, it's enough messing with that for the moment. I'm just going to edit while I get my shoulder working again. 3, 2, 1, you're back in the room. Sorry about that. My wife did say I shouldn't do this while I've got a duff shoulder after my physio today. But the chances of me leaving this in the box were frankly zero. In fact, I think I can see the van actually still pulling away down the road there. They were zero. I had to get this open. I'm sure you'll understand why. Please like and subscribe, by the way. This is a new channel, new concept, new thing. Like and subscribe, get us into the algorithms. People will start watching us and tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you think I should be including that maybe other people aren't. So what we're going to do now, having had a look at the body shell, which is fantastic, we're going to take off the clips, which, now this is a new thing for me. It's probably common as muck now, but new for me. The clips are held on by little tassels there. Now that is good, I like that. I've lost count of how many of those I've lost over the years. Tammy have probably made as much from me in body clips as they have from the actual models I've made over the years. So 4 of those, and if I remember rightly, Velcro down here. Now, if you watch any of these speed videos, the smaller models than this one thing that happens is, the body flexes when it gets going fast, moves outwards, wing gets underneath the body, acts like a parachute, the whole car takes over and flips over like that. Now, Velcro down the sides there will help alleviate that issue. I'm being very careful because it's the first time I've taken this body shell off. I do all my own stunts, you know. Right, Velcro's off, and the wiring isn't connected. That's what I was worried about next. This does have lights. I'm not going to do the lights today. I'm going to do the lights when I've calmed down and figured it out. So the body on the inside there, you can see we've got headlights there, rear lights at the back, and the connectors here, 3 of them. So we'll put that aside ever so carefully and take a look at what we have in here. That is cracking. I mean, that is cracking. The suspension feels great. The shocks feel good. They're oil-filled shocks, adjustable. I'm going to be, before I take this anywhere, before this gets a battery in it, everything's going to be checked for functionality, the shocks, things like that. We've got a big stiff brace there, which means the chassis itself doesn't flex. We've got, that's what the third one's for. Now, here's the thing, in the videos I've seen for this, everybody said, I'm going to lift it with that arm, I'm not doing that again. If you see me do that, shout out, don't use that shoulder. Everybody said that it comes with a part so you can put an LED inside the exhaust there. This one's already wired. Don't know what that's going to do. That's going to be exciting finding out, that one. So what we have is the electronic speed controller there, which I believe is a Hobby King from having seen other videos, and I believe it's 150 amp, going to an 18 kilogram servo. One of the most common things people say about is changing stock servos, because you need the steering to be fast and you need it to be strong. So we will be looking at that to see whether that needs changing. I've got adjustable toe. Sway bars are already fitted. That's another thing. The videos I've seen these, albeit this model's been out for a few years now. I'm very late to the party because I only started looking again at radio controls a few weeks ago, and this was what I got. The sway bars are already fitted. It might have been like that for a year, but it's a surprise to me. Might be a surprise to you, but if you are new to this as I am, it means less to do. So the sway bars are fitted in there, which are the anti-roll bars, to help with stability. We have the motor there, which again, I have been forewarned, there isn't much room there to put a larger one in. I'm not really thinking at the moment of fitting a larger one. I think 60 is sufficient for today. There's a small fan there to cool the motor. There's a fan on the top of the electronic speed controller to cool the electronic speed controller. We've got the holders for the dual batteries here, because this will run on, it uses two batteries, either two 2-cells to run as a 4-cell, or two 3-cells to run as a 6-cell. And for the newbies amongst us, like me, cells with the lithium polymer, each cell, each pack, if you like, patch, has 3.7 volts in it. So one cell is 3.7, two cell is 7.4, three cell is 11.1, etc. So by running two 3-cells, you can get 22.2 volts running through this system, which with the stock gearing and stock everything is enough for around 60 miles an hour. And as I say, that's probably what I'm going to be doing with it, certainly for the near future. It can do over 100 miles an hour. I've seen Phil on the Tomley channel, who's the best one out there, him and Discipline, sorry, absolutely love their channels. Oh, thanks guys. You know, everything I've been looking at has pretty much been new braking stuff. I don't want to break mine though, so there you go. The tyres, now these are belted tyres. I didn't even know what it meant, but feeling them, they're ever so hard. What happens, which will be with the other model I've got coming more than this one, is as the wheels spin, the centrifugal forces, or centrifugal if you're colonial, centrifugal forces expand the tyre out. It's called ballooning. Okay, so at maximum revs, especially with a higher cell rating, the tyres expand. The contact patch gets smaller. That's not easy to say. Contact patch gets smaller, and it raises the whole car above the ground. And seeing as though it's already going very fast by the time this happens, what it means is air gets underneath the car, which lifts it even more. The small contact patches on the tyres mean you've got less control, and you'll see videos on there. They just go along, they'll do a backflip, or they'll suddenly just spin out and hit a curb. Destroyed. I'm not doing that with mine. It's beautiful. I don't want to break this. What else can I say? So we've got the sway bars. We've got the adjustable toe there. I'm sure we must have adjustable camber, although I can't see it there, but I can see it on the rear. So what we're going to do is toe out on the front, toe in on the rear for doing speed runs. The batteries, it looks like I've got two 3-cell 5,200 milliamp hour batteries. I want to try with the 7,000, but I didn't know if there'd be enough room. But looking at this, there is going to be enough room. So we're going to be able to get plenty of power in there. We're going to be able to get plenty of playtime out of it. And my next review will be, oh, also yes, metal everywhere, metal diffs, metal shafts, metal CBDs and dog bones. It's built to handle that power. This one seems to be out of the box, capable of doing what it says without anything in the way of upgrading it. I have seen though that when people are taking them up over 100 miles an hour, they are changing the motor for a faster one, maybe the speed controller, going up to 8-cell, things like that. I'm not going to be doing that certainly for the foreseeable future, because it is too beautiful and I would cry. that is it for today. It's crap outside. I've got the batteries charged, but it is absolutely minging out there. So it's going to be a couple of days until I get a chance to use this. But frankly, I can't wait. But I mustn't take it out when it's wet, because it will get dirty and horrible, and I'll have to clean it, and I might crash it, I might break it. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for bearing with me. Like I say, this is very new to me, but I'm very excited about it, and I hope that you are too. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.